Committed to delivering information that's important to you and your community.
Hello and welcome again to Life Esteem. Always great to have you as a viewer. Hey, today we're going to talk about local theater, if you will, because there's a wonderful play coming called The Rapture that's being sponsored by the King Center. And we have with us Jackie Maxey, I'll call her Jackie Maxey, Jacqueline Maxey, and also Joy Hyman. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Jacqueline, you are the director of the program, I understand.
Yes.
Okay. And Joy, your role?
I'm the executive producer.
Go ahead now. I just like to hear that.
Just really.
That's right. This rolls off of here. So tell us all about it, Jackie.
Oh my goodness. This show was written by my mother, Joy's grandmother, back in the 70s. And it was just, she was really sickly a lot and she spent a lot of time in the bed. So, you know, her mind was always going. So, you know, when she came up with this play and we performed it at New Hope Baptist Church back when they were in their other church.
Yeah.
And it went over so well that during the performance, a man actually joined church, you know, accepted the Lord in his heart, you know, and then we had to go back to the show. But she had really gotten pretty sick, and she just went on and on. Jackie, I really need you to do this show. So I just came up with it. When I was working at that time, and every break that I got, I was, you know, trying to revise and go through and everything. And we finally came up with the production, and we were blessed to do it at the church, at Martin Luther King Church. That we were on 15th Street at that time. And so we did it really good there, and then we were able to do it at the Capitol Dinner Theater. And I know you were in the audience, even though you say you don't remember.
I believe I was there.
You were there, and you and your wife both were so supportive, you know, and it just really gave me a lot of desire to not give up on, you know, and not be afraid to do things. So, and then this past summer, Joy brought it up, or I don't even know how the conversation came up, but she just took over. You know, the ball just got to rolling, and here we are. So,
well, I got to say, Joy, I've always enjoyed you in the various plays. I've seen my brother puts on, you know, local plays, and you're always in there, and you're always so good.
Thank you.
I mean, you really truly are. So fantastic. So tell us about your role and why you decided that this had to happen.
Oh boy. Well, so I am the manager for the Scott White Family Singers. Yes. So what originally the thought process was when it came to me, it just kind of came to me, said, I'm so into theater. I wanted something different this year for our family anniversary. So I woke up and I was like, The Rapture, we can put that back on again. The family is my grandmother's play, it's my family. We can bring together, we're doing something different for the community. We need more theater in the community, and this is what I was passionate about. So I came to my aunt and said, let's do this. Because I know she was just as passionate with the theater as I was, and she put on the second rendition of The Rapture in the early 2000s, which I was in. And this kind of funny story about that. Yeah, because it's about the same thing's about to happen with what happened before and for now. But I would get to that. Yes, I would get to that. But oh man. So I brought it to my aunt and I said, yeah, let's do this. And I wasn't sure how my family would react. So I kind of went to all the matriarchs of the family and just kind of presented it to them. And they're like, sure, let's go ahead and do it. This is new. This is something new we needed for the family. And the older generation was very supportive of it. But the thing is, we couldn't get everyone together.
Sure.
It's really hard to get family together.
You have a large family.
Yeah, we have a large family. And we have so much talent in my family. And I just wanted to bring them together and do something different and put the show on for the Harrisburg. But with everyone living in so many different places, it's so hard bringing a family together. But I just wouldn't rest. It wouldn't rest. I talked to my very good friend, Nathan Gaston, your brother.
My brother.
And he said, you can do it. You can do it. You can. And I wasn't sure. I said, I have never done anything like this before. And I have been in shows. I had been stage manager in shows. I have learned, but I never seen
Yeah, the whole
something.
production,
Yes, the
yeah.
whole production, and it was so scary. But something kept
Excuse me,
saying,
the funny thing about that, Joy went to college for all these things.
Okay.
And now it's actually everything she learned in college,
All right.
she's able to put it.
There you go.
yes, that's why it just kept coming to me, saying, you can do this. You know what to do. So I did it with no money, no money, but with the support of my family, Nate Gaston, friends. I gave them the idea, and they said, sure, let's go ahead and do it.
And let me clarify constantly that when she says Nate Gaston, you're talking about my brother. Everybody
Yes.
says, wait a minute, how can be two Nate Gastons?
Oh, I was
my brother's
confused
name
for
is
the
Nathan.
longest
For the longest time, they're confused.
Lee. He's Nathan Lee. I gotta hold up this. Let me hold up
Let you
this
show that first.
folder here.
Poster.
Poster. Yeah, I said folder. Poster. It's a beautiful poster. Who did the poster?
It was a young lady that Nate Gaston, your brother, knew, and she's a great artist. I don't have her name on hand, but she's a great artist, and that's the first time I ever knew anything about her. And I said, sure, she did great work. I trust you, Nate.
Yeah.
Let's pay for it.
Well, let's do this because we don't want to make assumptions. We talk about the Scott White family. Tell people who the Scott White family. For some reason, they do not know. All right,
Okay.
because there may be some folks that don't know.
Okay. Well, my grandfather, Reverend Scott White, and Mary White, his wife, they together had 16 children. And this was back in, let me see.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, like 30s, 40s,
Yeah,
And so their children had children. I'm part of the second generation.
All right.
My mother, Aldine Green.
Yes.
And then Joy's part of the third generation. But their children, had their children, and then, they're just, well, it started out when we were younger. My mom decided, she was manager at the time. She was saying, and she was just actually like a pipe dream, I would love to take the family on tour one day. But me being so super hyper, I heard that and I went, we're going on tour! My mom was like, what? Well, what do you mean? She was put in that same position that Joy was in, like, how am I going to take all these people on? They're all dependent on me. And we did.
right.
She said that, we believe we could do it. So we traveled around for a while, and a lot of people remember the old bus we used to have
man,
parked
yeah.
on Harrisburg Street.
How about
And,
that? Wow.
But anyway, we traveled, and then as our children,
Yeah.
grew up, they had children, and now we're scattered all over the country. But thank God for Facebook, we all
Amen.
are able to still
Right.
stay,
Amen.
in touch with each other, and we're many. So a lot of people they say, or they hear the word Scott White, I think,
Yeah.
and I grew up hearing them Scott Whites, but my grandfather Scott White was such a wonderful, loving, and kind,
Yes, he was.
down-to-earth man,
Yeah.
and it always bothered me when I would hear that, because I'm like, you're not talking about you're using his name, but don't make it sound like he was such a bad person,
Well, we know now, we
But-
call that haters, right? That's all. We just call them haters these days. But let me ask you a question. We mentioned your grandmother who, but what was her name?
My grandmother, Mary Elizabeth White.
And she was the impetus behind this whole play. Mary,
Holmes White.
Aldine.
My mother?
Yeah, her mother was.
your mother is the one who did. Okay, your
my
mother's
mother,
the one who did the play.
Aldine Green.
Aldine Green is the one
Yeah.
who did. Okay, wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was just such a
Yeah.
she wrote
vision.
a book
Yeah.
about the modern day Job,
Okay.
because she had gone through so much. I mean, they actually took her heart out and massaged it, because she heard it stop beating on the table, and while she was in this state, she had a vision, and and God took her into this garden, and because of that, because of her visit with the Lord, and she would tell us about that. Then later on, I wrote a story called Meet Me in the Garden and made that into a play. But it's based off of what her vision that she had while she was there, and God told her, you're going to get really, really sick, but you're going to be, but the people are going to pray for you. And every time she would get so sick, people from all over the country were calling and praying, and she's now going on with the Lord, but you know, her purpose here was to really bring people together, and she just had a passion. She had studied about the rapture, and she's like, people need to know. They need to know.
So that's how it came about.
Yes.
And so when you talk about this large, family and the gift and the talent, I mean, I think everybody sings. So
Just
praise
about.
Pretty
God.
much.
Yeah.
Or if they don't sing, they play.
They play.
We do theater.
Actor, or preaching, or-
Preaching. No, seriously.
So in the play, I see you're featuring Dana Fields,
Yes.
who's a local talent and
Yes.
very good singer.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. She has, I think, a couple CDs out now, right?
She has two, yes.
Two out? Okay. Cassandra Porter,
Yes.
excellent singer and actress.
Yes.
She's
as
also
well.
our cousin.
You
Your cousin.
absolutely, yes. Pastor William Rucker.
Yes.
Yes, he's
All right.
also our cousin.
Yeah,
He's a
another
cousin as well, yeah, and he's pastoring down in Stoughton at
New Hope.
New Hope. Yes, he is
Yeah,
a pastor
that's
New
where
Hope.
he is.
And then Pastor Roma Benjamin.
Yes.
Okay, and she's a good preacher now, and she's singing in there. What's she
She's
doing?
going to be preaching.
She's gonna be preaching. Okay,
She
She's a
plays
good
the good preacher. We have two preachers. One is what I would call a jackleg preacher.
Jackleg preacher. Okay.
It's like our comic relief,
Yeah.
but it's still kind of true to life in
Tell
some
me
ways.
about it. You know it's
Unfortunately,
true.
there's
And who's the Singers Lounge? Who's
The
that?
Singers Lounge is, I sing backup for the Singers Lounge.
Okay.
There, Erin Smallwood, every third Sunday, she came up with the idea of the Singers Lounge. And
Yes.
every third Sunday, she brings talent in Harrisburg. They come together and they sing. It's almost like, I would say, I hate to say karaoke, but we have live music behind people.
Yeah.
They give us our songs, give us their songs. We practice the songs, and we have it ready for them when they get up and sing. So she wanted to bring this here to Harrisburg to show the talent that they have here in Harrisburg.
Down at the old PAL building.
HMAC.
HMAC, that's what it's called. That's what I saw on Facebook.
Yes.
I kept thinking, what is this?
Singers Lounge.
So that happens every third Sunday?
Every third Sunday.
We got to come check that out.
March 19th is the next one.
The next one.
Really?
All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Wonderful
I haven't been there
stuff.
yet either,
You
so
haven't
I'll
been there?
have to check it out.
I've been there, but not to that particular event.
I've never
no.
been in the building.
Yeah,
I
it's really,
grew up
really
in the
nice.
PAL building. And that
Oh
was
yeah,
yeah.
she just had her first year anniversary two Sundays ago. It was amazing.
I noticed on Facebook.
It
So
was
she's been doing this for a year?
a
Come
year.
on.
A
We got to
year.
check it out. So, I'm always excited about local plays and when people get together and do things like this. Are you expecting you got the forum?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us the details about this because people need to get tickets, need to know how this would happen.
And
The
also
forum is pretty big.
sponsorships, too.
And
Right.
sponsorships also? Okay.
Right. If anyone wanted to get tickets, they can definitely go online. Online is at the rapturemusical.eventbrite.com.
Okay.
The rapturemusical.eventbrite.com.
Okay.
Or you can call 717-599-8566. And if no one answers, please leave a message. We will get back to you. We do have handheld tickets as well as you can get the tickets online. I try to tell people, please don't skip on getting tickets online. We have very good seats online that we do not have in our hand.
Okay.
The tickets we have in our hand, the good seats are selling very quickly. You're going to miss your early bird ticket pricing, which is $20 right now until March 15th.
Okay.
If you think you're going to wait for a handheld ticket, please get your early bird tickets online before the tickets go up to $25 after the 15th of March.
That's fantastic. That's great. And that's such a good price. And it's for a
Very,
very
very,
worthy
very nice
cause.
price, yes.
And I know you guys are going to put on a great show. You always do. So this is good stuff.
But you also have sponsorship
We
levels.
do.
too. Let's talk about those.
We do have sponsorship levels. If you would like to help sponsor, because I'm going to say we do need money. It takes a lot to put on this production. And as my aunt knows, I'm running around here. I'm trying to make this successful.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm running around doing what I can, but we still could use the help. If you believe in this project, if you know someone else who believes in it as well, please, we need sponsorships. We have gold levels. Gold level sponsorship is $1,000. You get 4 tickets, VIP tickets, VIP reception, which we will have a VIP reception
Oh,
before the show.
nice.
You get a full-page ad. And a souvenir booklet as well. We also go to the silver level, which is $500. You get 2 tickets, VIP seats, full-page ad, the reception as well. We have the bronze level, $250, 2 tickets in the VIP. Also get the VIP reception, and then we have, if you can't go with the higher prices, we do have ad rates. You can put an ad in, back page $250. We have a full page for $150, inside front $175, and it goes all the way down to a quarter page for $40.
Fantastic.
What about single names?
Single names, if you want to donate $1, we put you on as a Patriot list. If you want to donate anything, we are appreciative. Thank you for believing in the project. So we don't want to let anybody out, don't want to make them feel like that they can't donate. You
Right.
can. We appreciate it all.
And the thing is, you're supporting local talent. I know you're supporting great ministry within our community, and it's just a great way of bringing together community and
Yes.
family. You know,
Yes.
it really truly is. You
And I
know?
like the fact that it's homegrown. Okay, that we really are providing something that we have to really showcase the talent that we have here in this community.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have a large cast, not just from the people that you see here on this poster. We're looking at, we have Pastor Carolyn White Splon,
Oh.
we have Ricky Zaire, we have, oh my goodness, there's so many names that we have.
Paris Williams.
Paris Williams, Michael McRae, we have Eric Saban. He's the comedian.
Oh, okay.
And I hope I pronounced his last name right. Please forgive me if I didn't. We have so much talent in this. What the little joke I was, well, a little funny that I was in the original, not the
Okay.
well, not the second time.
The second.
The second. And the part that the little girl I had, we kind of merged the one part together to Trina, and I used to be Trina. The little girl I had in the play is going to be the girl who's playing
In the play
now. Yes.
Okay. This is her second showing.
Her second showing, but she was a baby then, but now she's a 16? 16.
No, she's 17.
She's 17.
All right.
Get it right.
Yes. And also, when I did this show at the Capitol Dinner Theater, I was on crutches and on a wheelchair.
She had just gotten hit by a car,
Oh.
was thrown so far,
Oh, my goodness.
and here we were about to do the show.
And once again, when this show is up on April 15th, I will also be in a wheelchair and on crutches again. So that's what I said. I will be.
Again.
I will be. And it's like,
Surgery or something?
I will be having
Oh my
surgery.
goodness. Deja vu.
So it's like, that was like, how is this happening?
Yeah, again.
Man.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Well, we're gonna, pray you out of that
Yeah.
wheelchair and those crutches, and but it's gonna be a great program. And thank you both for all that you're doing, because this is what it's all about. We need people to step up and make it happen, and then we just need people that will support and get out there and do. And there's some great plays going on in the city of Harrisburg, by the way. I just want to mention very quickly, Open Stage, which is a professional theater company, does great work. Have you ever done anything at Open Stage, Joy?
I was a stage manager last year of 2 Trains Running.
Are you serious? Go
Stage
ahead.
manager. I'm sorry. I was a props manager.
Okay.
Props manager at Open Stage.
Fantastic. Good,
I
good.
did the show Home
Yeah.
there. Did anything else? But I know for sure I did Home.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah.
But great theater. It is. They just had what was the name of the play? Somebody Come Home. It was a
Yes,
wonderful piece.
with Aaron Beaumont
Yes.
Mhm.
It was
So
just
good.
and Lou Riley.
Yeah.
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 It was good. It was very good.
Very well
But anyhow, but you had that. You have Theater Harrisburg. You just have so many other great theaters around, and we just hope that people will go out and support our local theater. But don't sleep on our theater like this. Our churches that get together and put on fantastic plays as well. And again, it's called The Rapture.
Yes. You never know when.
You never know
No way.
when.
No.
Yeah, so this is good stuff, and I like that's literally the by tag, byline. You never know when. And so, how long is the play? How long does it run? About 2 hours?
It's
or
going
so?
to be about 2 hours
Is
with
that
a
right?
15-minute intermission. Just come prepared to laugh. It's going to be
It's
funny.
funny.
And
Laugh,
then,
cry.
yes, laugh, cry, and then be blessed.
And I'm glad you said that, because sometimes when people see this and looks really serious, they're thinking, well, but it's more of a comedy.
It starts
first
out,
half, I
first
would
half is a
say.
comedy, then
Okay.
it gets serious.
Then it
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. All right.
But we try to keep it still a little light so people won't get
Yeah,
real-
yeah.
But it's still light on the second half of it. But this is a very good show.
What do you think plays best? Do people like dramas more, or do they like comedies more? Just based on your experience in theater.
In
Or
theater,
musicals.
musical breaks up. The reason why I love musicals because it kind of breaks up the monotony
Yes.
of a show. I'm a musical theater person,
Yeah.
and it's, especially when you have older people in the audience, it kind of pulls the interest in. And if you have musical people in the audience, it pulls their interest in as well. So I kind of get drawn to musicals more so drama, although I do love drama. If it's a really well-written drama, I really go towards that. I have done a few dramas.
Yes,
One
yes,
you
you
have
have.
seen me in.
In fact, the one that I just showed you the picture of when you guys were down in Lancaster, I thought was really well done by my brother. I forget which one that was, the play.
That was Redemptive Goodwill.
Redemptive Goodwill, and just well done. But even within the drama, there's still little lines that make you laugh, you know, that kind of thing, and brings it in. Jackie, your directorial debut, or you've directed before?
Well, I directed it when
That's
we
right,
did
you
it
directed
at the
before, that's right,
church,
sure,
and-
sure, okay.
But this is a little bit more challenging because when I directed it, it was what came out of my mind.
Gotcha.
Then Joy stepped in and is and added more to
Sure,
it.
Right.
So it's like I have to see in her head to, you know. So it's good. It's a little challenging.
Yeah.
But I'm up for the challenge.
But you have a much bigger stage too, right? Isn't this a bigger stage?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes.
a different, and it, not just a bigger stage, but it's a different audience and a
Yeah.
different time. So I had to put in, I had to take Grandma's original script to my aunt's script to merge in what my mind would think
Right.
now. What would be interesting to our group now?
Yeah.
And so I merged all that together and put a light humor, even some recent football
Sure.
teams. But you know, you have to bring it kind of updated
You really
for
do.
the times.
Yeah, you really do.
I almost did a dance, but I don't want to mess it up. So I don't want to mess it up, so I just leave that alone. You see it.
That's great. So again, early bird tickets are $20.
Yes.
And after the 15th, it's going to be 25.
Yes.
So when everybody go out and get tickets.
Get your ticket.
Go get your
Okay.
tickets
Go
because
get
they
those
are
tickets.
selling. They are selling.
That is just awesome.
How do we get people when you do something like this and you want to have a regional appeal? So how do you get into the Yorks and the Lancasters and places like that? Do you think about that, or do
Footwork.
you just pretty much you got to do the footwork thing?
Footwork. I have, besides me, your brother Nathan Gaston. He's handling Lancaster and York. I have a team. I give people flyers wherever you're at. Drop a flyer. I'm driving to Lancaster, York. We was talking to someone. She said she's seen it in Washington D.C. Was it Washington?
Nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But as even Philadelphia, it's a matter of just doing the footwork, legwork, and just dropping it.
Well, I
dropping the
sure hope
flyer.
that
So-
you're also using that social media, but I know you
yeah.
are.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but sometimes you have to talk because people are so used to seeing things on Facebook and social media that it's like, oh, it's another thing.
Yeah, just keep on going. Just keep on going. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, that's
very
true. That's a good point.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah, they get overwhelmed.
Well, you know, sometimes you have someone talking though, so do that live thing where the two of you are talking.
Well, we did that yesterday.
Did you? Good.
She came over to my house, and was that yesterday?
Yeah, I said we're doing this.
Yeah, and we just did pretty much like what we're doing now in my home.
Or the
and we just-
Periscope or the other.
Oh, Facebook. Just
Facebook,
YouTube.
yeah.
We did on YouTube.
Okay.
You can put on YouTube.
But it's amazing how you can also start checking all the views. Let's say how many people viewed this and this and that. You know?
Right.
It's an incredible. I tell you that social media is incredible these
It
days. You
is.
know, it really truly
It helps
is.
a lot.
It does. Well, hats off to your family for pulling this together. To Joy's, passion to make it happen again, and of course, Jacqueline, you decided to step up and make this thing go, and directed it. And you're talking about, like you said, a large cast here. That's a lot of people. Have you ever been down to Upper Marlboro? What is it, Maryland?
was it?
Evangel Cathedral, where they put on the
Christmas plays?
Christmas plays. What's your name?
Oh, you all had
Yeah,
got
you
to
went
go
to do
down
that.
to that. Upper
I've
Marlboro.
been to that church
Been
though
to-
for
not any
a
of it.
Mary Kay event. I know what you're talking about. Hey, I put it out there.
That's right. That's wrong with that.
Absolutely. But they do put on a Christmas and a Easter program that is second to none. Yeah, productions are just fantastic, you know. So I would encourage everybody that's watching the program to go, and also Sight and Sound. Of course, I know you've been to Sight and Sound.
You've been there.
But
Yeah.
it's like Sight and Sound, you know,
really?
with an African American, cast, though, and they bring in top stars like Mary, you know,
Donnie,
Donnie McKirkland.
Kirkland, they had Yolanda Adams.
They have them all. They have them all.
Yeah, they've had a number of different
Yeah.
folks.
Hopefully one day that will happen with ours.
So that's it right there. There you go.
right.
Bring in the big whistle. But I mean, I don't know. Y'all are pretty good. I always just look at the top tier singers and then I see that and I say, well, what is really the difference? Sometimes I listen to you sing and your family sing. I think, you know, you should be out there. Really?
All I know is God has a plan.
God has a
purpose.
plan. There you go. Yeah.
We're staying busy, so
Yes.
when He opens up the door, we'll be ready to walk.
Amen. Isn't that
And
the
you said
truth?
you're the
Amen.
manager for the Scott Whites.
Yes.
Okay, so you are the one responsible for getting them out to various different gigs and things of that nature.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to keep that in mind because we have things that come up like in June, we're going to do our fatherhood program.
Okay.
You know, and it's always at the State Museum. And it's on a Sunday at Father's
right.
Day.
That's
Yes,
right.
indeed. So we'd love to have
We
the
did
Scott
the
White
first
sing.
show of Redemptive Goodwill.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes, you did. You
Yeah,
certainly
that's
did.
right.
That's right.
And then we have, of course, Kwanzaa that comes up. We have a Christmas pageant. There's a lot of stuff we do. And so now we know who to contact. So get you all involved. Because we love good gospel music, and you know, and so that's what's really truly about. Now, a lot of different churches now too, because a number of people in your family are now pastors. So
And that makes it a little bit more difficult to try to do engagements because, you know, so many of them are pastors or, you know, and it's, you know, they have plans at their church and then, so. well,
Absolutely.
we can't do that, you know, so.
because and I want to say the mother church, of course, is New Hope.
New Hope.
Okay, but now you have Pastor White, Mary White,
Yes.
and she's pastoring
Is it First
At
Baptist of
First
Middletown?
Baptist in
Middletown. Then who else is Carolyn White's Blonde is pastoring.
That's off of 7th Street, right?
Seventh
But that's
Street.
the section. Then, of course, Rucker.
Yeah, he is New Hope.
He is New Hope
Yeah.
now.
So
Yeah.
we have a number of different, so it's just, the whole family's just taking off and blossomed, you know. I remember going to school with you back in the day when Dr. Bernie Manning was, remember teaching the courses down
Down
in
New
New
Hope,
Hope?
yes,
And that's when I really got to know your family more in terms of just
Okay.
different individuals and stuff. And it's been
right.
great stuff, yeah, really great. But we run out of time, so I hope that you will all support. I'm gonna hold it up one more time. This wonderful local production called The Rapture. And it is being sponsored by the King Center, by the way, which is part of the Martin Luther King Baptist Church. And the King Center is a community center. And Sister Jacqueline Maxey here is directing it. And of course, Joy is the executive producer. I like that. Sound like she's the one with the money.
That's what she seems to tell them. Don't get that wrong.
But it's really good. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this. It's going to be light and funny and also very, very meaningful. Because it is a Christian play that has a lot of meaning. And the byline is, you never know when. And isn't that true? And so also we lost some really great people in our community, such as well, just pastors and different people, you know, have passed. And so we want to honor all of them. And I was going to say Brother Cater Jackson, Pastor Jackson, when he passed, was just such shocking. But I want to start naming names because there's so many who have, and I don't want to leave anybody out. But let's remember, you do never know when, so let's appreciate each other while we can. And let's continue to do what we can do to lift him up and to enjoy the ride. Amen? Amen. This is our moment. Hey, thank you so much for watching Life Esteem. We hope to see you next time here on Life Esteem. Goodbye. Peace.